feel naked. Holy, what? Oh my God!
Kevin!
Oh, wow. I'm like an Autobot. I've transformed into another person.
Kevin's gone from Hardwick to Albrecht. It's amazing.
Bang.
Welcome to Attack of the Show. We are TV's only source for all the stuff you care about, including robots. Everybody, I'm Olivia Munn. Kevin! I just want to say our thoughts and prayers are with Kevin's family. He is out with pubic lice. He got it from a swimming pool.
That's how people can get that. That's how people can get that. That's science.
It is true. So guest hosting today from Dig Nation is Totally Rad Show.
Thank you very much.
Nice to have you here.
It's great to be back. We're coming to you live from the G4 studios on the Miracle Mile in sunny Los Angeles.
It's exact location.
It's so specific. I mean, pretty soon it's going to be addresses.
Come find me. Today on the show, there's new footage from Speed Racer. The international trailer was just released. And it may cause some of you to nerdgasm. We'll show you all its shiny colors and around the net. Plus, we'll fill you in on all the happenings at South by Southwest. Chris Gore has the festival coming and previews the new movies that are getting awesome buzz about, including 21 and Super High Me.
Also, in Gadget Prime, we review the Pinnacle Video Transfer. It allows you, this is very sexy stuff, allows you to copy any video onto a portable media device with the push of one button. No PC required, people. And later, we will find out what's up with Japan and look at stunt cats, Ghost in the Shell, robots, and even learn of a Japanese woman whose big breasts kept her out of the slammer. I can't wait for that story,
Big old boobies, and I bet they're fake, too.
They're big old
chikungas.
All right.
Time now for our own prostitution scandal as we pimp out the top 5 things on the web right now.
We are going around the net says. Starting things off this fine Monday, we're looking at a Street Fighter II commercial that conjures up those warm, cuddly feelings of childhood.
That's right. Street Fighter II launched the video game fighting genre into the mainstream.
Correct.
It also extended the life of the arcade scene and helped launch the early consoles. But Street Fighter II wasn't just for gamers, it was also for the kid who still played with action figures.
Here comes Street Fighter 2! You want 'em, you got 'em! 12-inch tough, snarling, savage Street Fighters! Ryu's ready with the Kung Fu 1-2! Blanca's gonna bonk ya! Lyle Guile, and you'll go out in style! And Wicked M. Bison comes out slicing! Capcom Hall of Fame Street Fighter 2!
Seriously, people, if everybody had the ability to use the Hadouken fireball, there would be a lot of fires around town, especially near my hood.
Yeah?
That would have been amazing. Tiger uppercut.
All right.
That's all I'm saying.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank
for just
you.
saying.
Thank you. I'm just saying.
Just saying. Today, big news. Chuck Norris' 68th birthday, and gotta say, also, fun fact, Chuck Norris is your dad.
Well, yes, he is. Not many people know this, but I guess I didn't even know it. My dad has the same birthday, so obviously they have to be the same person.
They have to be the same person.
Which is why I love
Yeah.
Chuck Norris so much.
That's right.
He is my father.
So, why is your name Albrecht? Is it hyphen Norris?
Legal.
All right.
Stuff.
So to celebrate, we are entertaining and entering the creepy and amusing world of senior citizens.
That's right. On YouTube, believe it or not, there's another 68-year-old alive out there.
Who lives past 67?
I don't even know. And this guy calls himself Feature Man.
Yeah.
He's an entertainer, loose entertainer. He loves Pink Panther movies, but Feature Man has entered the digital age, and he wrote a song about internet speak and smiley faces, which he lovingly titles LOL : right parenthesis.
LOL : right parentheses. LOL : tilde, right bracket, please. We'll do one now for the Johnny Cash contingent. LOL : right parentheses. LOL : tilde, right bracket, please. LOL : BRB, WTF, and OMG. LOL : right parentheses.
Now, in his profile, Feature Man apologized to all librarians in advance. Now, I have to say, thinking about this and his apology, I've got to say, senior citizens always considerate and polite. unless they're crapping in their pants in public, which happens often. It's not their fault. They're old.
Yes, and it is not polite.
No, not.
It is not. It's
very
not
nice.
as polite as they think it is.
Uh-uh.
Number 3 today reminds us of just how much we love flashlights. Believe me, we all should end up in caves at some point. For starters, they provide illumination when it's dark and scary.
Yes. And as a bonus, if things get hairy in the dark, you could also use a flashlight as a deadly weapon. But of course, you had to do it the old-fashioned way, which is like roll up your sleeves and cave in some fool's head with it. You know, just throw it in.
Yeah. Please don't give her a flashlight. Well, not anymore, people. Thanks to Magpul Industries, the flashlight will never be the same.
I'm going to show you guys the FMG9 today. Looks like a flashlight. Walk your dog, take the garbage out, get the mail. If any problems occur, anything you need immediate action with, you can get on target and go with it. It's a folding machine gun. It's very Transformer-esque. Folds back up, back into place, ready to go again. Big enough to put in your back pocket. Gets nasty, get down to business.
That is awesome. Wait.
I love the line, it's a folding machine gun, was what the guy said.
I love he's like, it's just a flashlight.
Dude,
but does that mean that when you're going through like the airport security that, you know, because sometimes you go through and they don't really know, they're like, oh, what is this? You're like, oh, it's just a flashlight. Does that mean you can actually take it with you?
I hope so, because I'm buying one tomorrow.
Yeah, and then also like the concealing, you know.
Well, that's the thing I didn't understand, because I'm from Virginia, where it's legal to have something under your, that's like a gun and be like, just kidding.
So you can conceal it and carry it?
Yeah, conceal carry. I don't know if I have one.
But
that gun, you're not really concealing it. It's like, hey, no, this is the thing that I have in my hand.
It's not.
Oh, you didn't think it was a gun.
It's their fault for not knowing what it is, really.
Learn some stuff.
But if you think about it, putting guns inside of non-gun things is, in my opinion, and probably one of the most patriotic things any American can do.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, but seriously, fully concealing a deadly weapon into something that fits into your back pocket. God bless America. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. It is in the Constitution, bitches. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. USA. This is like the screening of Rambo that I saw. It's amazing.
I'll kill all of you. Coming in at number 2 today is a video response to an infamous web video that is horrible, and we didn't have the heart to show you. And you guys know that something is bad when we feel it's so horrible that we can't even show you. That is really bad.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. You've probably all seen the video on your own, or at least heard of it. The one where a pair of Marines throws a live puppy off the cliff. Boo, pair of Marines. Well, the interwebs blew up within hours. The netizens figured out where these guys were, who they were, where they're stationed, and where they live stateside.
Yeah,
these
guys
creepy.
are horrible. I know there's some speculation on, you know, was the puppy already dead? Is it real? But you're horrible. That's all I know.
So the speculation confirmed here.
Yes,
horrible. People.
Okay, so now a new video appeared showing some adorable puppies getting their revenge.
Cute little Marine.
Oh, so cute. So cute, little Marine.
Zipper 5? Oh, that's mean. That's just mean, Sparky.
You know, if you had told me when I woke up this morning that we were going to watch a video with 2 furries and a man in uniform, that's not the first movie that I would have thought of. You know what I mean? Luckily for us, I was very pleasantly wrong. What
did you think we were going to see?
Maybe 2 cows in a field and somebody in a uniform out of a bush shooting tasers.
Something.
I don't know. Something.
Maybe you're hanging out the Attack of the Show staffers way too much.
Possibly.
Your mind goes too far.
Possibly.
All right, finally, topping off the internet and coming in at number 1 today, it's a new trailer for Speed Racer.
Yes, this new international cut shows off more of the Wachowski brothers' dizzying visuals and gives us more glimpses of Christina Ricci as Trixie, and Susan Sarandon as Speed Racer Mom, whatever that is.
Racing's everything. For my family, it isn't just a sport. It's way more important than that.
Listen to me and listen good, kid. You walk away from me, you walk away from this deal, no matter how well you drive, you won't even finish the race.
The only way you'll ever stop these people is to bring them to justice.
Speed Racer, what are you thinking?
future, we'll all live in the cartoon world. It's very
It's
exciting.
amazing. It'll be like NASCAR with Kung Fu.
What? Did you hurt your leg just now?
No, I just hit something.
Hit the corner.
I was kicking people.
All right, Speed Racer hits theaters on May 9th.
Stock up on your Dramamine if you're going to catch this thing on the big screen.
Yeah,
because there's going to be a lot of blore coming out.
Yeah.
It'll be fun, though.
But I'm sure it'll be very fun. Fun ride. Fun ride.
Yeah.
To get your daily viral fix and sign up for the Around the Net podcast, go to g4tv.com/aroundthenet.
And don't forget to catch it tonight, 10 o'clock show featuring our new...
Asian hottie.
What? I love this. This is not in the prompter. ATN After Hours segment with exclusive videos. Tonight we'll kick off our week-long look. Oh, it is happening. At the hottest car-loving models with our cover girl, Jada Chang.
Yeah, they're all Asian.
You got me so excited.
And they're all
I'm
kind of
watching that
slutty.
tonight.
Just so you know, 18 After Hours, Asian sluts. Right now, time for the only news you need to know. Here's Layla Kaylee and the feed headlines.
Love it.
Thanks, guys. Here's what's coming up in the feed. First, things are about to get moving on Facebook profiles thanks to a new application. Plus, the interactive keynote at the South by Southwest Festival turned into a train wreck thanks to the moderator. And speaking of South by, we've got some of the winners of the Web Awards that were presented last night. It's all coming your way in just a few minutes, but first, back to you guys.
Still ahead, we talk with the virtual audience about the iPhone as a gaming device. Will they ever take a bite out of the PSP and DS Marketplace? Plus, to get your 10,000 VC reactions and more. We saw it!
We both saw it! Also, we're taking you to South by Southwest to see what's buzzing. Here's a hint. Doug Benson has a documentary there about being high for 30 days.
Yeah.
And then in Gadget Prawn, we review the Pinnacle video transfer. It takes any old videos in any old format and makes them ready to instantly play on your portable media player. Bootin'.
It's all coming your way on the next hour. Stay tuned.
Hello, David.
How did you get in here?
That's not important now. Listen carefully. You have to watch Midnight Spank, G4's block of late-night shows.
Why?
Because I can make everyone you've ever loved disappear, David. Disappear forever.
Oh.
Midnight Spank. Weeknights only on G4.
Intended here in Hollywood.
The Feed with Layla Kaylee.
Hey guys, welcome back. Let's get right to it. Soon you'll be able to send your Facebook friends clips from your favorite movies. Paramount Pictures has paired up with developer FanRocket to create a new app called Vuzu. The Vuzu service gives users a choice from thousands of movie clips out of the Paramount library to post on their profile or send to friends. Once a clip is played, a button will appear in the window, allowing viewers to buy a copy of the DVD. Paramount is hoping to eventually use the service for viral marketing of upcoming films, and FanRocket is working to get other major studios on board. Meanwhile, Facebook founder and CEO Mark Zuckerberg was the keynote speaker at this year's South by Southwest interactive event, but it was the moderator who ended up being the focus of the interview. Reports from the keynote say that Sarah Lacey, a correspondent for Business Week, not only inserted herself into the interview, but also continually interrupted Zuckerberg. Her behavior eventually made the audience so hostile that they began heckling her. Lacey responded afterwards on Twitter with the message, quote, "Seriously, screw all you guys. I did my best to ask a range of things," unquote. Lacey, you need to learn how to listen. Alright guys, not everyone had a bad time at the South by Southwest interactive event. On Sunday night, the festival presented their Best of the Web Awards. The ceremony saw some old favorites and new faces accepting prizes. Wired.com won the prize in the classic category. The immersive game World Without Oil collected the award for activism. And Best Blog went to Passive Aggressive Notes, which we'll be looking at later on in Blog Watch. Any winners who couldn't be there didn't have to worry. The ninja from Ask a Ninja accepted their awards for them. We'll have more coverage on South by Southwest later on in the show. The act you've known for all these years is finally going to be available on iTunes. Of course, I'm talking about the Beatles. Paul McCartney has reached a $400 million agreement with iTunes that will finally make the entire Beatles catalog available for digital download. The deal seems like a guaranteed moneymaker since longtime fans of the band will rebuy the albums and a whole new generation will discover them now that they're online. McCartney and drummer Ringo Starr will get a portion of the sales, and so will the families of the late George Harrison and John Lennon. And finally, it seems like moviegoers really don't care what the critics say. Despite the movie 10,000 BC being panned in reviews, the prehistoric flick took in $35.7 million here in the US and $25.3 million overseas. This makes it the #1 movie of the weekend. Director Roland Emmerich's other films, The Day After Tomorrow and Independence Day, took in much more money on their opening weekends, but both those blockbusters opened during the summer season, so we'll cut him some slack. That's it for today, but don't worry, the feed doesn't stop here. Stay tuned to G4 all day and look for the feed ticker at the bottom of your screen. We'll have all the news you need to know as it happens. I'm Layla Cayley, and you've just been fed.
Well, whip out your stick cams. It's time to be part of our virtual audience. I don't know why I was in the South there for a second.
Because it's fun.
It is.
Hey, everybody, that's right. Here is your only chance to make it onto live TV without starting a police chase. So make it good. Okay, so as we mentioned in the feed, there is a new Facebook app in town where you can send clips from classic Paramount films to your buddies. So I'm going to ask James. James, is this something you'll actually use, or will this just be a request you'll ignore?
Oh, of course I'll use it because, I got to send those funny video clips to my friends. It's like, oh, that's what I'm going to do to you in future times, something like that.
Nice. Do you send a lot of clips to your friends?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Wow. All right. Well, but now wait a minute, James. Is this just going to be one of those things that you use to annoy your friends? Like, I got turned into vampires and zombies were thrown at me and stuff like that. Like, I don't know what the Facebook app is at. Did you use any of the zombie vampire things?
Oh, of course. You got to use everything.
Dude, it's like a full court press.
Yeah, he's that guy that you're like, stop sending me stuff. I don't want it.
I know. Although I've heard the word scramble is very fun. A friend of mine told me word scramble is great. Well, look, next up we're going to talk iPhone and gaming. Jonathan?
What's up, man?
Dude, GamesLoft, id Software, EA, Sega, all developing games for the iPhone. What do you think? You think they're going to compete against the DS PSP?
I don't know, man. It sounds pretty lame.
I agree, yeah.
Well, as
fat fingers, aren't going to be able to do that. So.
And I gotta say, iPhone, I don't care how good you are. I know people who have the phone for a long time. It's still hard to communicate with that thing. So how are you going to play a whole game?
Definitely.
Now, look, Jonathan, as a gamer, what would Apple have to do to make you switch from your PSP to the iPhone?
Add a joystick.
Dude, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, I can barely type an email.
God, what kind of a debugger are you going to look like? You're at the Starbucks, and you're like, hold on, you get your backpack out and plug in your joystick.
That'd be awesome. It's like a little arcade stand-up thing.
Sega, real quick.
That's true, dude. He's going off to play some Sega. Good work.
Nice. All right. And finally, since we did see it, we have to talk about 10,000 BC being the #1 movie in America, bringing in over $35 million this weekend. So I'm going to ask, look, Nick, did you see the movie?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Well, let us tell you what the movie, it was.
Nick, first off, before we get going on further, this movie.
Okay, but he says, but I gotta say, awesomely bad. I mean, nothing is historically accurate whatsoever. There's some cliche lines, but it was just like, it wasn't too long.
Wasn't too long.
And you're kind of in there and you're like, I mean, you're just kind of this is so awesomely bad that I love it.
Yeah,
I had a good time.
There were fun moments. Mostly rare.
By the way, just so you know, mammoths didn't create the pyramids.
No.
Neither did the cavemen.
No. Well, they were aliens. Somehow there were aliens at the end. I don't even know what's going on.
It was very weird.
Nick, let me ask you this. What's the best movie you've seen recently? What's your favorite thing you just saw?
The Dewey Cox Story.
Oh, I've heard great things about that.
Walk Hard.
Walk Hard, yeah. I haven't seen it yet. Although Step Brothers is coming out with those guys who are doing Step Brothers, which I think is a good pair. That
But you know what? I know that on a blog somebody had said, don't see Step Brothers. It's not a good movie, but I have some insider information if you guys heard any bad reviews about it.
Yeah.
So Jake, he's going to be here on Thursday. He's from Funny or Die. He also is really good friends with Will.
Yeah.
And the thing is, the people who saw that, they were some of those insider informants, they saw a longer version of the movie. The script is hilarious when it's cut down, because it's just a preview of the movie, and so somebody wrote that it was horrible. The thing is going to be cut down. It's going to be awesome.
I hate that going to I never go to test screenings.
Yeah, because it's never exactly what it is. So Step Brothers is going to be awesome. Trust me on that. But that is a wrap on our audience.
Yeah, we still got a lot more show to do.
Still ahead, Chris Gore takes us around South by Southwest Festival for a preview of this season's best indie films.
And we look at some brand new gadgets, including the CD Rip server and a wireless HD media player. When Olivia attacks this, see you in a few.
The feed is brought to you by the U.S. Army. There's strong, and then there's Army Strong. Find out more at goarmy.com.
Welcome back.
What's a Southern thing?
What?
Welcome back.
Welcome back. You know what the Southern thing is? They say everything in Texas is bigger. I have no idea if that's true or not, but that's what I'm supposed to say. There is, though, a giant festival going on right now,
That's
South
right.
by Southwest.
That's right. South by Southwest has comedy, music, and film. It also has our Chris Gore, and I hope they bring him back safely. He has researched the history of the festival and covers a couple of movies in the making, and they're making their debut at South by Southwest, including Doug Benson's Super High Me.
Correct, Amando.
Hey, Chris Gore here in Austin, Texas for South by Southwest. It's the biggest festival of the year, and we'll be combing the streets for the best in interactive music and, of course, film. South by Southwest is where indie dreams come true. What began as a humble music event in 1987 has boomed into an Uberfest, where over 10,000 people crowd the streets in search of the freshest talent. Today, over 1,500 bands will be playing in over 70 venues throughout Austin, attracting music lovers and record labels searching for the stars of tomorrow. By the mid-90s, the South by Southwest Interactive and Film Festival were added to keep up with the rapidly evolving internet and a budding indie film scene. Now the whole world turns to Texas in March to keep up with new talent. And it all begins here with the film festival that kicks off South by Southwest. And I've got the scoop on all the movies that have Austin buzzing.
So is this some kind of a math club? You ever studied blackjack?
Based on a true story, 21 is the high-stakes action film about an MIT student who pays his tuition by counting cards in Vegas.
These were brilliant mathematicians. I mean, I'd like to see you or I try and keep track of 4 or 5 decks of cards and estimate when the system is going to work.
Welcome to Vegas.
I know a couple people that are really good at math, and I wouldn't describe them as hot.
There is a new standard of nerd now.
Sexy nerds? Is this what you're saying?
You got to come and see it.
Setting a new trend in hip-hop this year is Nerdcore Rising, a doc about an underground geek MC.
It stars MC Frontalot, who's the godfather of nerdcore. I like to think of it as like Get Rich or Die Trying meets Short Circuit.
And tell me, what other elements are there to the show?
Oh, we do a live show. I've got a real tight funk band behind me, and there's a lot of sort of jumping around and awkward dancing, and then, you know, rapping and singing, and I wear a headlamp on my head. It's like pretty normal.
Keep slanging files to recombinate to add weight to fat tracks. Overlay this very vocal via guns that blast.
How did you discover Nerdcore?
I went to one of MC Frontalot's show, and I remember having a conversation with 2 of his fans who were arguing about which one was the bigger Magic the Gathering dork. And I realized that this was like a safe haven for nerds.
I want to hear some of this stuff. Can we get a little sample?
I met her at the Star Wars convention, and did I mention she was looking for love? I had to call her bluff. Lady, you don't mean how that sounded. That 1,000-pound dude in the no fat chick's shirt's astounded.
I'm medicated.
Yes, you are medicated. Getting by with a little help from his friends, comedian Doug Benson shows us the ups and downs of being stoned for 30 consecutive days in Super High.
I'd start off as a joke in my act, where I'd say, why can't there be Super High Me, where I smoke pot every day for 30 days and try to remember to film it. I can't wait to take this when I'm high.
I have a condition, so I have a prescription for marijuana. And coincidentally, everyone involved in the movie had their prescription for marijuana.
It's a comedy, first and foremost, but then you'll also learn something before it's done. Is that right?
A lot of great films here in Austin, Texas, and that's just the beginning. All week long, we'll bring you the best from South by Southwest, including all the hottest innovations from the Interactive Festival, a special edition of DVD Tuesday starring yours truly, and my good buddy Chris Hardwick will be here to cover the music portion of the festival, including an inside look at the ASCAP Music Showcase at the Dirty Dog. An exciting week all around from South by Southwest. You don't want to miss it.
It's going crazy. South by Southwest Music Festival.
We'll have reports from South by all week long.
That's right. And on Thursday, Chris Hardwick will report back with a look at the music from the event. Now, if I'm not mistaken, it's time for a solo by Munn.
I'm up here.
I was wondering if you guys have any special musical talents. You know, can you play any instruments?
Wow.
Dude, Woodbridge, Virginia. What up? VA in the house.
I have zero talent. I only beatbox.
Beatbox.
Yeah.
I would pay money to see that. I actually was a drummer in a high school rock band, which was fun.
Go
and
on.
then I started playing bass, Les Claypool style, and then I play guitar. And so now I'm a singer-songwriter that kind of does some stuff.
That's awesome.
For funsies.
You're like a blonde John Mayer.
I am like a blonde John Mayer.
Yeah.
Or a blonde Mayer.
I just have useless talents that get me nowhere in life.
Well, you're here.
That's about it.
Somewhere.
But it has nothing to do with my singing, which is amazing, just so you know. Now, it's hard enough for us to know what the hell is happening in our own culture, let alone a Japanese one that's easily 100 years in the future.
This is true. Japan has it all. Interesting food, cool gadgets, and the claustrophobic rooms. I'm saying I was there, it was a little bit. But there's so much more. That's what's up with Japan.
When it comes to who has the coolest toys, Japan continues dominance of the U.S. with Bandai's Tachikomo robot from the very popular anime Ghost in the Shell.
I only tell lies. I never ever say anything that's true.
Pluggable to your PC via USB, the die-cast metal robot contains various sensors, lights, and speakers, and can even alert you when you receive a new email. It also allows you to play mini games on your desktop. That's right, it'll be like your very own robot friend, straight out of anime, for those of you who can't handle real pets but don't think robotic dogs are very interesting. Last week, a Tokyo High Court overturned a Japanese model's conviction after her breast size cast doubt on the testimony against her. Serena Kozakura was accused of kicking a hole in a wooden door to her boyfriend's room and crawling inside to reportedly catch him with another woman. However, her lawyer successfully argued that Kozakura could not possibly squeeze her 44-inch chest through the opening in the door. Not everything in Japan is small, and not all the tech coming out of Japan is sterile, made of plastic and shiny metal. Act Bryce Electronics wants you to get back to nature with their wooden Jupiter mouse. It's named for the wood grain swirls and clicker reminiscent of the largest planet's famous spot. Not only does it look cool, but the spherical shape also means that Jupiter functions differently from a traditional shaped mouse. The cursor moves in a particular direction and velocity according to the tilt of the ball, sort of like a joystick. And finally, the Japanese people will stop at nothing to prove the super abilities of their pets. Last week, a Japanese TV show set up a challenge to determine if a cat could walk across the shoulders of 10 people. Place your bets. After a somewhat rocky start, the cat was able to claw its way across every person, proving that not only do Japan's cats have superpowers, but they also have better entertainment. And that is what's up with Japan. All right, stay tuned for Attack of the Show to give you the latest cultural news from Nippon.
Tomorrow night.
It's time for today's epic fail. Sorry, Alex, but even guests have to suffer through this too.
Oh, I can take it. The Abbott and Costello routine, who's on first, remains funny to this day. This blatant ripoff, not so much.
I really appreciate you teaching me how to use my computer.
What do you want to know first?
How do I open this Word file?
First, you got to go to My Documents.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Go to your documents.
No, don't go to My Documents. Go to Your My Documents.
Your documents?
No, Your My Documents.
That's what I just said.
Listen, go to your computer.
Oh, it's right here. It's a little icon that actually says My Computer.
No, don't go to My Computer.
Right, I'm not going to your computer. I'm going to My Computer.
No, don't go to Your My Computer. Go to My Documents on your computer.
You have documents on my computer?
Okay, look at it this way. The word My can be used as a possessive prefix or as part of a proper noun for a Microsoft application.
What's your Microsoft application?
No, Microsoft. It's a big, gigantic company. What is this?
That's your tie.
Right, but to me, this is my tie.
No, this is my tie.
Question.
I don't know if I'm coming back on Wednesday.
Wait,
I'm just saying.
no, you have to wait. I just have a quick question. Why should I waste my time watching this video when I can read transcripts of real life help desk scenarios at my leisure? Just a question.
That's true. This may have been funnier if the guy asking all the questions had been an old man.
Oh yeah.
Or wait. If the guy who knew what to do had been an old man.
Oh yeah.
Then it would have been funny, you know.
Yeah.
Like ironic.
Or if they were paid to do it, but you didn't just take the time out of your day to do it, that'd be okay. But as it stands, it's simply an...
Coming up tomorrow, Chris Gore will be here with a special South by Southwest edition of DV Tuesdays. He'll look at some of the films that emerged from past festivals, including Confessions of a Superhero. I actually really want to see that. And Air Guitar Nation.
That's right. Plus, in Robot News, conjures up a robot snake and the winners of the robot soccer competition. Then on Wednesday, the Olympus-style digital camera is supposedly shock-proof, waterproof, and dust-proof. If you have an active lifestyle or if you're just kind of a spaz, this may be the camera for you. Find out in GadgetPron. But before we go, let's check in with X-Play to see what they've got coming up.
Hey guys, we have a really great show today. We're going to start off with our review of Super Smash Bros. Brawl. We've been waiting for that a long time.
A long time. Now, there's also another Wii game getting a review. It's Bully. It's a revamp of the PS2 version with Wii controls.
And we've seen a lot of Wii shovelware lately, so we'll find out if this is just another one of those. And we have a little experience with our own secret agents, Bob and Steve. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, guys. Now, you guys at home, go to g4tv.com/AOTS for all the things you saw today and more. And you got to say, you're going to be back on Wednesday.
I'm going to be back on Wednesday.
Very
wow,
excited.
these shows fly by.
It's fun on TV, isn't it?
Good night, and thank you, Olivia.
Got to ask, what was your favorite moment of the day, besides being with me? Was it the salad you ate for lunch that you got for free from the network?
Could have been. I may say it was the big booby Japanese lady.
Yeah, you had no
about
idea.
that. I did not.
Something about that, yeah. He was down texting and he looks up when they say booze. Alex Albrecht, everybody. Thank you for being